Okay, welcome back to Tef's Travails, everyone. Today's little task is to mow this field. It's not a big field, it's only a small one, but as you can see it's massively overgrown with grass at the moment. So we're going to get out the compact tractor and the finishing mower, have a look at that, and I'll talk you through how we connect it all up and mow a field. Okay guys, so here it is. This is the Iseki TX 2160. 16 horsepower, 3-cylinder, 800cc diesel, made in Japan, mid 1980s. It's a four-wheel drive model. This one is fitted with turf tyres, which is absolutely perfect for what I use it for. It is an absolutely proper tractor. It's not just a ride or mower. It's got a 3-point hitch here with the PTO shaft underneath that plastic pipe, just to keep that protected. It's got a full hydraulic system, and I'll give you a little start up. It hasn't been started in about a month, so we'll see how that goes, and then I'll give you a proper walk around and show you the controls. Okay, so I'll just take you through the procedure for doing a cold start on this is Iseki 2160. So you need the throttle about halfway. That's where I normally put it. You need to turn the ignition fully on. You need to put the glow plugs on, and if you have a look through that little grill there, you should eventually see them going red. And then down here we will depress the clutch. Yeah, got a glow plug glowing, and then we'll flick the switch over to start. Okay, so let me give you a quick walk around of what we've got here. Start at the back. You've got a 3-point hitch here, power takeoff, and a little towing hitch there. Underneath here you've got the outlets for the hydraulic system. This is the top hitch here, adjustable both ends. This is a completely normal hitch for any type of tractor. This is what's called category A, category 1. And that refers to the size of the pins that go through these connections here. Good idea to keep absolutely everything that moves fully lubricated, which I try and do every time I start it up. This little hatch here is where you fill up the hydraulic fluid. All of this is hydraulically operated. You've got a little reservoir underneath the seat here. And further under the seat, got two handles here which control the hydraulic system. You've got the whole system under here, just the pump, and these handles control what comes through the outputs here. I'm currently not using anything with that. Moving forward, you've got this is the handle here that controls the height of the 3-point hitch. You've got the gearbox here, 6 forward speeds, 2 reverse, and to access the other 3 speeds, you would use this lever here, which gives you high and low ratios. This one in here engages and disengages the 4-wheel drive, and this foot pedal here is for instantaneous diff lock if you're going across a temporary piece of rough ground. These are the brakes. I say brakes plural because this little bar here can be moved across to lock the pedals in place, so you can lock one or other of the back wheels. The brakes only work on the back wheels. This thing here is the foot throttle, and this here is the hand throttle with hare and tortoise. For starting it, it needs to be somewhere down the middle there. That's usually where I put it. Further down here you've got the fuel filter. Always a good idea to check that. And also very good idea to check the fuel quite regularly, because if you do run out, you are looking at repriming the system, which means taking off this cover here to get access to all of the fuel system pipework, including up to the injectors. You'll have to crack off all of them and crank the engine to to make sure that there's fuel coming through at each point. It's quite an involved task, so don't run out of fuel. Down here is the engine oil dipstick, and all around the machine you've got various lubrication points like these grease nipples here. The front axles are ball joints, pretty high quality, well equipped machine actually, I would say. You've got headlights which on this one don't work. Coming around to this side, you've got the battery down here and the exhaust stack. Now what's good to know is that on these machines, manufacturers have finally started to take seriously the issue of sustainability, so they're providing sustainable methods now of checking your fuel, which in this case is a lovely piece of wood. So there we go, we got a few inches there, which will be more than enough for what I'm doing here today. I've found this to be an extremely economical machine to use, which at the moment is great news. Moving down here, you got the foot plate here and also the clutch. This lever here has got 3 speeds and a neutral in it. That controls how fast the PTO operates. And if you look in the handbook, it gives definitions for each speed. Normally I use it on speed 1 or 2 for what I'm doing here. And moving up to the dash, you've got the indicator switch for the indicators which on this machine have fallen off. You've got the tachometer and hours meter. This one has got particularly low mileage, which since 1980s is really good to see. You've got the glow plug indicator there, and then you've got various lights. Water temperature, this is liquid cooled. There is a radiator in there, 3-cylinder liquid cooled diesel, 800cc. You've got the ignition key. Let me get you in the right place. You've got ignition key here, and you turn it to I turn it to the full right position, and then you turn this switch to the left to instigate the glow plug sequence, and when those glow after about 20 seconds, then you'll turn it on to start, and that cranks the engine, and it will release when it does start. Okay, so this is what we're going to be using to mow the grass today. It is a 3-bladed finishing mower, PTO driven, and borne by the 3-point hitch on the tractor. So you got, that's where the top hitch goes, and then the 2 lower hitches will go on to these pins here, and then you connect up this universal joint obviously to the power takeoffs shaft on the tractor. Like all PTO shafts, this is fully moving, so again very important to keep that lubricated. And because this is a finishing mower designed to give a slightly better quality of cut, slightly smoother cut, you've got 2 trailing wheels there which allow the ride height to be adjusted via the 3-point hitch height. So what I'm going to do, reverse the tractor, back it up to here, and connect the 3-point hitch. What I do is I connect the fixed lower arm first. You see that if you go back a bit to it, the 2 lower arms, one is fixed, one has got an adjustment on it, small wheel. Then I connect the adjustable arm, and then finally the top link, and adjust the length of that on the screw. Okay, so here we are with the machine fully attached. You can see you've got the top link up there, and the 2 lower links, as well as the PTO, which will extend its length in accordance with how high or low the cutting deck is. I have to say it's always a wrangle to get it in and out of here, especially with just one person, because you've got to keep jumping on and off the deck and then transferring yourself back into the seat to reverse the tractor, sometimes by half an inch or so, just to get everything lined up. But you can do it by grabbing hold of the A-frame there, and those legs that contain that hold the wheels, and moving it slightly. It's hard work, but it can be done. so there we go guys, all is safely gathered in, and the cutting is done. And you see that for a machine that does not collect the grass, I think it's done quite a reasonable job. You know, a few days of sun and rain on this, and you'll end up with a fairly decent looking field. I did go round again at a higher speed and a slightly higher cut, just to finish it off and take out some of these lumps and clumps of grass. But the first cut I did fairly low level, but high speed, level 3 on the power takeoff, and about 2000 RPM. So that's how I use my Iseki 2160. I've got another attachment for it, another implement, which is a log splitter, and I might put up a video showing that in use as well. But thank you for tuning in guys, and let's hope you can solve some of your own problems too.